Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here. This time reviewing on Injustice 2, issue number 18. Now, as you know, these follow the after events of Injustice and how Batman is trying to fix what Superman and his cronies had broke. The cover you have are Superman's androids going around shooting things. And it starts off how at the Arrow Cave, they're like, "Oh my god! I guess I have some experience too." And so they point out that Batman has a puppy, and she says, "You have a bat dog now?" And mainly Batman asks for Oliver Queen's help. It's like, we don't need to do anything. You microchipped Connor without our knowledge. You knowingly used our son as bait. Our attack on Ra's al Ghul's base led to the extinction of several species. Again, that's Ra's al Ghul's fault, not Batman's. He's like, and under your leadership, the US lost its government and all of its living presidents. Not that about covers it. Am I missing something? And so Batman just asks for their help, and Barbara's like, we saw it firsthand what it was. Whatever this was, we think it was a trial run. This is what Ra's al Ghul's plan. And Batman does point out about this whole android thing called Amazo. And they point out is that they're going to need help. And they decide to go to basically the Fortress of Solitude. But meanwhile, Batman is talking with Alfred, saying, "Alfred, are you awake? I need to go away for a little while. This is Ace. I thought you might like to look after. I thought this might help. Dick will be pleased. He always wanted a dog in the house. No. Master Grayson is gone, isn't he? Yes. Every so often, bits just seem to be missing. I fear not all of me came back in the Lazarus pits, Master Bruce." And Batman points out is that he's going to get him a butler and some help around the house. He's like, "Are you hiring me a butler, sir?" And Batman asks Brother Eye to keep an eye on both of them. So they mainly head to the Fortress of Solitude. And Oliver's like, "What is it?" "This is where you died." "Oh. Well, I'll try not to make a habit out of it." "That's not funny, Ollie." "Yeah, and that's a bit too soon 5 years later." So they decide to get in. And Plastic Man decides to go in due to the fact that Superman obviously upgraded it. And he's not as dumb enough to make the same mistakes. He's like, "Yeah, he's definitely increased the defenses. Whoa! You would have gone through all 9 lives already, Catwoman." "Okay, Luke, pull in." And so they get the door open, but still gets blasted. And Superman's android army eradicators show up. And they try their best to deal with it. And Oliver fires one of his arrows that destroys one of it, with Black Canary ending it with a sonic cry. And also Plastic Man doing his best to go into it. And they're actually surprisingly doing a good job against an android army. And this is about one of them is about to kill Bruce. Jonathan and Martha Kent show up saying, "Eradicators, stand down." "Mr. and Mrs. Kent?" Jonathan's just put on a pot of tea. "Come inside, Bruce. It's freezing out here. Plus, they're murderous robots." "Not you." Yeah, I can understand why Martha wouldn't want Harley to come. Obviously blaming her for what happened to Clark due to helping with the Joker. It's her saying is, "I'm not inviting you. You caused all this to happen." And she says, "You are not welcome in this house." And they mainly talk about what's been happening. And they're like, "It's good to see you up about. Thank you." Why are you doing here, Mr. Kent?" "Well, where else could we go after what Clark did back in Smallville? Everybody knows who he is and knows who we are." Now, I'm actually surprised Bruce Wayne or the government didn't try to get them help, or better yet, keep them incognito. That's kind of a dick move, and I'm surprised Batman didn't try to get them help. And they point out is how they say they burnt down the farm. I'm actually surprised Batman didn't get any protection for them, to keep them safe. And they're like, I'm sorry what Clark turned into. That's not the man you raised. This isn't on. Don't try to patronize our guilt, son. After Lois died, he needed a friend. Where were you? I'm sorry, Mr. Kent. I tried to do what I felt was best, but I failed him. We all did. Now, I'm surprised Batman didn't call out on him, because, one, Clark murdered half a dozen heroes, broke Batman's back, slaughtered half the Green Lantern Corps, and worst of all, showing no guilt or regret. And Martha points out that he hasn't given up on him, and he's not sure. So they mainly ask about the Phantom Zone projector, and they think Superboy and the Teen Titans are in there. So Plastic Man goes in, and it's like, whoa! Oh, this is... And so, yeah. That's the story. So, what do I think? Definitely not bad for a 18th issue, and does pretty well. Now, I have read it online and knows what happens, so I give this a good thumbs up. Still good and still alright. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.